Nice. Exactly. Exactly. You see Moors with him, right? This Moor right here look like he leading the rest of them behind this dude, right? So when we say M-U-U-R, Moor, we're talking about Moors coming from the Babylonian aspect of the term Amurru.
Check this out.
Moors, M-O-O.
Oh, come on. I had no idea until he mentioned that, and I stopped to look it up. I'm like, whoa, there it is. You know, when he talked about some other ones, what was it? The other one was more Moro of the Philippines, and I've discovered something. All right, so you always see like the bull gods, right? The gods with the horns on their head and stuff like that, right? Well, I think I finally discovered it. I was going back over a video with what's his name there, Anthony L. Elmore. It was the one where he talks about the Buddhist, you know, and how Judah, by using the teachings of Godfrey Higgins and the writings of his, he believes that the tribe of Judah are the Buddhists. They are the gymnosultas, who are the gymnasts, who are the naked philosophers, who also, while being naked, how do you explain it? They also meant that they had knowledge that others didn't, or they recognized the things. Oh man, I hate when this always does it. Then others didn't. You know, he goes off about how you look at some of the way you can phrase naked, not necessarily means you didn't have any clothes, but you see things with the naked eye. He goes into it where he breaks it down on that level too. So it's not always just the physical, without clothes. Although I think with the Maccabees, we have an example. They were naked. But that was just an aspect I've never heard before. So he's reading from Sir Godfrey Higgins' writings on the Buddhists and how they left their brethren. I'm thinking, all right, that answers what I've thought, that the Jews at one point left the 10 tribes and went over to Europe. And that's why when they were conquered over there, then there was finally people that were looking for the lost 10 tribes. And then you have all the debates, and Styles by Nina, she reads the book View of the Hebrews, and they studied the natives over here in North America and said, hey, from parts of Canada all the way down to the West Indies, they have Hebrew traditions, especially the ones where they talk about the rite of the rituals for the dead, right? If you seen a dead body, you were unclean for 8 days. And they put out, where would they have learned that? Unless they were the lost 10 tribes. So why were they worried about the lost 10 tribes? Why did they have this theory that there was a lost 10 tribes? Unless the Jews, had left them the way Godfrey Higgins said, left their brethren and went over there. So, but as he's going over that, he gets into all the writings about Abraham being a Brahmin and all that. I don't agree with that stuff, but I'm still learning, right? But he talks about how there was, at one point when Abraham leaves, the people that left with him from the land of Ur, one took a set that worshipped the female god that was a bull, who was also androgynous, and the other one worshipped the male god. And he gives the name, it was like Lenny and Lynette or something like that was the name of it. And the whole thing disturbed me that he was trying to say that Abraham was a Brahmin, and it dawned on me as I'm going over some stuff that Taj Bey said something, because he's always mentioning the woman, and he said something that the African Moors always have the woman as the creator god and the gods of their religion. and them being Moabites and stuff like that. That's how they look at it. He said it's only that the European who put that God is a male in the mind of the Moors and so on and so forth. And it dawned on me what Godfrey Higgins had mentioned there. With the sets of people that left, one set had the bull god for the male, the other one had the bull god that was the female. The female was also androgynous. He also mentions that the female was the goddess of Venus. So now you see, like, the Canaanites that chose to worship, the other, and the other was it the Shemitic people that didn't go with, that weren't of Abraham's bloodline, that didn't, follow the, the commandment. I'm hoping it was the right word that Abraham had with the Creator. Because it seems like he said, I'm not worshiping the bull god of the male or the female or any of this stuff, unlike these other ones that chose to worship the male bull god and El and all that, and the other ones that worship the female and who's Bay and all that. He said, I don't need either one. But it just dawned on me where that the whole split is coming from, where the Africans have the whole female goddess, and then you have these other ones that worship the male god, the bull of Taurus and things like that. So, but I just thought that was interesting.